And please give it up for the man, the myth, the legend, Owe Sandström is in the house. Let Owe through. Come on. Here you go.
Thank you. Not for the music, but for the applause. Absolutely magnificent you are, aren't you? Beautiful even you are. Just great to be here. I must admit from the beginning, you know, being ABBA's designer, it wasn't easy. It was not met at all by applause, as you know. People, yes, just like that. People were laughing. Is he a lunatic? Cats? Flowers? Is it perhaps a circus show? A drag show? Lots of trimmings and sequences? Glam rock? You know, this was the prog area. Everybody, all the critics in London said, really, stop this. This is nothing. This is not going to be anything at all. Today, when the costumes are not presented here at the museum, of course I'm extremely proud of that. They're kept under the supervision of National Museum, we can call it. And now these days, just as ABBA themselves regard it as national treasuries. Am I proud? Yes. Yes. And that's, you see. And when I look at them, the costumes, I mean, and when I look at you, that's the time when I go home privately singing, the winner takes it all, the loser standing small. And I'm so happy you're here, so I decided to bring something extra that hasn't been presented, and I will give you all the time to take pictures. You know, when we had done so many costumes, ABBA made in Sweden for export, you know, all these world-famous cats, Stig Andersson was talking to me and said, Owe, we're going to present a song about money. And you must create costumes according to that. So think of when money is extra interesting. And I said, are you stupid? Because money is always interesting, don't you think so? Yes, and he agreed. But all of a sudden, I came to think about, you know, the roaring 30s, you know, the Great Gatsby, Charleston, everything like this, just great. I will do something in black and white, you know, with stripes and Charleston style. The girls had black dresses with fringes, you know, and white, and the boys, they should have these vest jackets in black and white. So today I brought for you the prototype, the original prototype that was presented to the band before we did the whole production. And here it is revealed in front of you. There you got it. This is the original prototype with the same kind of buttons. And these are actually diamond cut Swarovski, pure crystals cut in Czechoslovakia. Each and every one is my pension security. You know, the money get old. Really. I have to get some money. Thank you for the money. Music, I mean. So here they are. As you can see, because I know that most of you are more experts on ABBA than I am, there are more trimmings and sequences on this than what it finally ended to be, because we had to take these black ribbons away because it was actually too much. And that's very unusual in my life. That's very seldom I say, oh, it's too much. As you know, because, you know, so many things. I wonder if I have some here even. I'm not sure. Yes. You know that wonderful song called Slipping Through My Fingers? And I can tell you, if there's something that has been slipping through my fingers, trimmings, sequences, look at them everywhere, wherever I go, I have them with me, and I just love it. So you are actually the first fan group ever presented to this one. I will have it here. Where do we have the police, the forces around here? Just take pictures, don't take costumes. Yes, so that's one of the stories that's very nice to present to them. Otherwise, I very often get the question, did you ever have free hands to produce whatever you want to do? And the answer, of course, is no. We always discussed subjects. What was the story, for example, for the mini musical included, you know, in the Gold and White tour? It was the girl with the golden hair. So everything should be as much gold as possible. The hair with sequences and trimmings, and you know, all the outfits, and you know, the girls should be just identical, as close as possible. I mean, just like I'm the marionette. So we always did discuss what is going to be produced. But of course, we had suggestions, and both Agneta and Anne-Frid, because we must say that the boys, the lyrics and the music, they say, yes, anything goes. No, they didn't say that. The only thing that Björn actually said, and I suppose you have been reading about this before. I mean, the first time I met and I was going to create, you know, for the ring outfit, then Björn told me, Ove, listen to me, nothing is too wild. And did he regret that? Yes, he did, definitely. You remember Björn, he looked like a drag show queen, you know, fantastic really, with these sequences and trimmings, and the cape, a combination of Spider-Man and Superman. Really. And Agneta, hot pants, even too hot for today, you know, and those fantastic boots. I mean, only Lady Gaga would have loved it at that time, but she wasn't even born. I mean, so that was, it's prehistoric. Anyhow, now as you see, the story multiplies, and I suppose you never doubted it, because we will go, you know the song, on and on and on, and that's the way it is. And it's just wonderful. Now, when I'm standing here in front of you, do you eventually have any questions that you want to have any answer? Oh no, thank you. Well, yes. Or do you have anything you want to ask me about? Oh, you got one. And I can tell you in advance, I will answer any question except questions concerning money and sex. And not even in combination. Not even in combination. What are your suggestions? I mean questions.
Tell about your cat, Edjaga the Impera.
My cat, Edjaga the Impera. Yes, darling cat. And you want to know? Is he dead? Very much, yes. Extremely dead, I'm sorry to say. He got problems with his kidneys.
So how Edjaga the Impera became one of the iconic ABBA costumes?
Yes. You see, when we were planning for these fantastic cats, Stig Andersson said, we must produce something typical Swedish, and please, not any folkloric or that kind. It must be tough, it must be sexy, but not too sexy. Anyhow, so I got the two girls together, we were discussing what we were going to produce this time, and Anne-Frid said, oh, occasionally I just feel like a cat or a tiger. A tiger, I said, that's magnificent, because that is actually a cat. It's a yellow cat. And Anne-Frid, are you familiar with a cat from the world-famous city of Beijing, the Forbidden City? And there you have these gorgeous cats everywhere. They are even guarding the harbor of Singapore. There you have this. It's a fantasy cat. And we also saw a painting on the back of a fantastic kimono-shaped little jacket. So we took that one and transferred it to the fantasy cat. That's the yellow cat. And then Agneta said, but what am I going to have? At the same time, Edjaga the Impera, this brown Burmese cat that I had in my studio, jumped up on the tailor's table and pushed his little brown, beautiful head against Agneta. And then I said, there we got it. Because you see, at the same time, I was also making copies of the Pink Panther. And so I said, there we got him. Instead of the Pink Panther, he will be the Blue Panther. So we have the blue and the yellow. And these are actually the colors of the Swedish national flag. So that's the reason why they came. Have I ever told you, by the way, the story, what happened in Madrid when we had the 30th anniversary? Have you heard that one? Ah, it's magnificent. Do we have time? Yes, we do have time. We do have time, yes. Yes, we can go on like this until 6 o'clock. A quick break for some fruits or drinks, and then 7 o'clock we gather together, and then we have, of course, some questioning, and we have a test. How much do you remember? No, anyhow, when they were going to celebrate the 30th anniversary, I was invited to Spain, Madrid, because in Spain they had a fantastic show called A Su Sabor. If you don't speak Spanish, that means at your taste, at your likings. This was a very, very big show. It's the biggest in Latin America. It was broadcasted all over the world directly. It just went on the air directly. And I was invited to present some of my designs. I decided to bring my cat costumes, so I flew down to Madrid. So when I came out in Madrid airport, they had actually 3 prolonged Volvo cars, the limousine style, one blue, one white, and one black. So they asked me kindly, do you prefer any color? Of course I don't, so I just went into the first one. It was a blue one, and the day after you can read in El Periódico in Madrid, ABBA's designer is just travels in prolonged Volvos. That is true. I can go in any car. Anyhow, so we came to the studio, and I was going to be presented and introduced to the lady who was the host for this show. This show went on for 2.5 days, 24 hours. They were dancing, they were performing, there were lookalikes, fashion shows, and well, everything. So anyhow, I didn't have any chance to introduce myself to her. I came in when it was advertisements and reclam, and things like that. So I was sitting there in a chair, and the interview should be in English. So when I sat down, I was plugged in the ear, and I heard a wonderful voice. Good afternoon, Mr. Sandström. My name is Jill, and I'm supposed to translate all the Spanish to English. Can you hear me? No problems, thank you whatsoever. So it was time for me, and the music went on, and up at the curtain, and we were live. And then she said, Muy bienvenido a nuestra país España, Madrid, Señor Sandström. So I heard here in my ear, well, good evening, Mr. Sandström, and welcome to Madrid in Spain. And of course I said, thank you very much. It's a true pleasure to be here. I really do enjoy each and every second. Then came the first surprise for me, because they had a man in the studio translating all my English to Spanish. 1,200 in the audience, approximately 60-80 million people all over the world, Latin America and Spain. No problem. Anyhow, the interview went on, and all of a sudden the cat costumes came down. And I explained, these are the Swedish color of the Swedish flag, the blue and yellow. Then it happened. He started to translate my English. Esos son las colores del sol y del Mediterráneo. Also, the Mediterranean sun and the blue Mediterranean sea. That's what it is. Live, on air. And what do you think happened? Do you think I could hold my tongue? Not for a second. No. So what did I do? In fluently Spanish, of course, I said. Pero espera un momentito, por favor, eso es no correcto. Please wait a little minute, this isn't the right one. Esos son las colores de la bandera de Especia, azul y amarillo. Of course, they accepted it, but you know what happened? The poor man, now he started to translate my Spanish to English, to all the audience and all over the world, broadcast it. Then I heard Jill in my ear, excuse me, Mr. Sandström, who is actually translating what to whom? I'm quitting, so she left from my ear. Then the lady over here just realized, pero señor Sandström, usted habla español, pero naturalmente somos España, que crees mujer? Well, of course, what do you think, woman? We are in Spain. So the interview went on in Spanish and in English, and some mistakes, of course. So after 20 minutes, her makeup was more like a Halloween mask than a makeup. So we had so many fantastic, wonderful memories working together with ABBA. And that's why I say, not only thank you for the music, I say, thank you Agneta, thank you Anne-Frid, tack Björn, tack Benny, really, it's a true pleasure. And I must also say, thank you for coming here. That's really great, because it makes you feel a little bit younger. Not too much, of course, but a little bit. I can at least pretend I am a little bit younger. So that was a jaga, and you see what that We have to finish, I suppose. Just tell me, just. On and on and on. So, I don't know where I get all these words from. Really? This is, well, but just give me a call. You know, ring, yes. You know the way, precis va? What to do, how to stop is how to stop, and what to do. Is it that song? No. No. You have any questions? Yes?
Sorry. My name is Mike, I'm from Canada.
Yes, keep on that, yes.
I've just been noticing you tell your stories with such enthusiasm. What would it take to hire you as a public speaker to go across the world and talk to all Africans?
Well, concerning economics, because that you had that question, you have to talk to ABBA The Museum, you can talk to Carro, there she is, Ingmarie Halling, there will be lots of ladies taking care of you, and of course of me. No problem. Everything can be arranged, I can tell you, absolutely. No problem whatsoever. See you tomorrow. No, that was another one. Why do they keep on making all the songs that you always keep on remembering and using when you're talking to people? Yes, another question? Yes?
Gunnar from Oslo, hello, thank you for the costumes.
Alltså är det från Norge? Han är storsint, förstår jag. Alltså, det må vara väldigt fint. Yeah, we better take it in English because they don't understand Norwegian. Neither do I, yes.
1978-79 was all about fabulous spandex and bodies.
Yes.
Were the girls ever any shy?
Yes.
When you presented
Yes.
body types close to them?
So I just said, will you put them on? And they say, yes, I do. And of course, I said, really, can we be presented this way? Of course, you have wonderful bodies. Some people even ask me, are you not sure they're dummies? I mean, models performing and making scene back? Of course, but you know, at the same time, because you know, I was also working with most of the Swedish artists by that time. By the way, do some of you know that old Swedish singer performing in Germany, Zara Leander?
Yes.
Alltså, riktigt? Så, das war der Ochichat. Also die Dinosaurien. So, of course they said it's very, very tight. But by that time I was also working with a temporary ballet company called Kullberg Ballet, and the Kullberg company is world famous actually. So I was so used to working with this. And as some of you also know, I became a flamenco dancer when I was 20 years old from the academy in Barcelona. So I was actually performing with my fiancé by that time. And that's how I came to produce costumes. Of course, they were very, very, not doubtful, but I say, is it the way? Yes. But of course, today nobody would have hesitated. But you know, once again, only Lady Gaga. Yes. Not. Any more? Yes.
Anna from Holland.
Yeah.
Did you sometimes go shopping for costumes or fabrics with probably Annie Fleet or...
No, they didn't have time for me. You see, they were not even interested in me. No, but no, I went shopping and they looked at it and we decided. And we had many, many, many funny stories, but that we will take on the world tour that you will arrange. That's okay. Yes. I'm almost open for everything. Almost, Carlo. Almost. Yes, darlings, yes?
Do you have a favorite costume? What's your favorite costume you made?
Have a favorite costume?
Yeah.
This. You mean according to ABBA?
Yeah.
Or that world famous group. Yes, I have someone, and one of them I really, really love. It's a bolero-inspired jacket, and that Bjorn had in the United, was it in FN United? Wasn't it that? When performing? Yes, it was that. Yes, because yes, that is it. Enormously great embroideries, and the whole set was just made in black, little touch of white and crystal. That was exclusive, really exclusive. But yes, If I had to choose one, that little jacket. And it also reminds me of my flamenco time and, you know, the bolero jacket and the straight, and it fits Björn so well. Well, everything fits all of them, so that's no problem. Yeah, not his jacket, of course, or the other ones, but anyhow. Yes? Can you speak a little bit louder? Just use the bottom. Yes, that I heard.
When you make costumes for the ABBA tours, how many of each costume would you make?
We could just afford one, of course. We were not a rich company by that time. Actually, one. And then we had, on the Great World Tours, we were so fortunate. So the curator of this museum and the creator as well, Ingmarie Halling, who you all know, she was taking care of them in the most perfect way, really. And that's one of the reasons that we still have them, because if you look at them downstairs, they look brand new. It is amazing. And some people don't believe us, but they are the original costumes, and even the rest of them are just mint condition. Caretaking. Yes?
Are you involved designing the ABBA avatar?
The avatar?
Yeah. Are you involved in design?
That depends on what you mean, because the way they are going to present the avatar 3-dimension outfits is still extremely secret. So you have to wait, just like Christmas Eve, you know, to open your parcel. So I'm not the person to give you the correct answer, even if I... Well, next question.
An additional question to the one with one costume each. We know from the 79 tour, the final costume, the blue one with the stripes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. That at least then Frida and Agneta swapped costumes at some concerts, because when they were standing together, either the stripes were like that or like that.
Yes. But I can also tell you, that's the exception, because they were produced, they multiplied, just like the ABBA stories. Yes, you are absolutely right. Great man, great man. Can you write that down? Yes? More questions? Yeah?
I've just let everybody know at the South Bank that the Super Trooper exhibition that you're here,
Yeah.
Clip is a favourite of everybody's. They've asked me to ask you one question. When ABBA do the big promo tour for the 2 new songs, what design would you put them in for that?
You mean for the 2 new songs?
2 new songs. When they do the mass publicity across Europe.
Well, that would be great news for Super Trooper. ABBA's former designer has decided that they should wear this. I think of it until September. Okay? Are you satisfied? I can tell you, I will be at your service, à votre service, mesdames et messieurs. And so if you want to have autographs or even selfies, and the concept when you take selfies with me is always the beast and the beauty. So I'm so pleased you came here. I hope you do enjoy yourself, and you've got lots of people taking care of you. Enjoy, and thank you for coming. Thank you. Just get in touch with her for the promotion too.
Thank you so much. You want this back?
Yes.
Or?